What is up, guys? Today I am back in Flag Wars, and today I'm going to be testing out one of the new Valentine's update weapons. And this weapon is actually called the Honeybee Gun. So it cost me 65,000 heart tokens, which is the currency, and there's actually only 2 days. There was a part 1 and a part 2 for this whole update, and we had like about a week to complete getting all the weapons, and unfortunately I was not able to get all of them, but I've got this one right now. I'm currently working on trying to get the XO pulse rifle and the other weapon, which is a melee weapon, the lovely battle axe, but I'm pretty sure this should be the best weapon from what I've seen people playing in lobbies that I've been in and based on the cost. So let's go ahead and test this thing out. Oh wait, this guy's actually using it too. This thing right here is actually a honey puddle that appears on the ground, and make sure to stay away from those because even if they are your teams, they do a lot of damage, as you can see right there. If you hit someone, it spawns a honey puddle on the ground and you can get damaged, and so can the other team. So it's kind of neutral, like the vortex staff, how you can get damaged and so can they. But that time it didn't spawn anything. See, here, we got a lot of honey puddles on the ground, and I've actually been waiting for this effect to appear in game. It's the slowing effect that many games tend to have, and finally Flag Wars has introduced it into a weapon. I love this concept because obviously honey is sticky and it's supposed to like slow people. But what I don't get is why they introduced it in the Valentine's update. But yeah, this thing can do a lot of damage, and since you can spawn honey puddles just like the vortex staff, it'll just stay there for a while, and even if you die or if you're just like hanging around somewhere waiting to get your damage, you will get a lot of damage over time. So look, I'm dead. Look, there's a lot of damage coming my way as I am just standing waiting to respawn. Okay, so we're actually in a new game, so let's see what this thing can really do. Here are some detailed stats. So first of all, this thing has 30 ammo, as you can see right here, and it's automatic, meaning you can just press and hold it with your mouse. And as I said before, if you hit someone, it spawns a honey puddle on the ground, and the reload speed for this weapon is 1.6 seconds, which is pretty average. I mean, for 30 ammo, I'd consider it good. The honey puddles that spawn on the ground last for 8 seconds, and anyone who steps in those honey puddles gets slowed for exactly 2 seconds. As for the shots of this thing, if you look closely, they actually shoot 3 shots that aren't very accurate, but they each do 5.33 damage, meaning that if you hit all of them, you get 16 damage total. So if you're up close and just hit someone, that's 16 damage, which is pretty good. This thing right here actually does 4 damage per tick. So since it lasts for 8 seconds, if a person is standing on it for all 8 seconds, it'll do a total of 32 damage. So if you hit all 3 of those little shots that appear from the weapon itself, that would do 16. And if they stand on that honey puddle for 8 seconds, that would be another 32. So the max you can do with this with one shot, like here, is 48 damage, as you saw. 48 damage is a lot, so if they're just standing still, one shot should take them out halfway, which is actually really good. I hope this thing doesn't get nerfed like a lot of the other weapons that were really good, but yeah, overall, this is a really, really good weapon, except for the fact that if you shoot someone and there's a honey puddle in the middle, you also cannot walk there unless you take the risk of being damaged and slowed. The slowing effect is really cool. It's pretty straightforward, but some strategies you could use with this weapon would be... Actually, before I tell you any strategies, there's something that's really important that you should know. If someone gets hit by your honeybee gun, then they spawn a puddle like this. But if I hit them again, it does not spawn more puddles until they respawn and I hit them again. So it's only one puddle per opponent. So I just killed 2 of them, I hit 2 of them, so that means I got 2 puddles total, and that's the max I can get. But now this guy respawned and came back, so I was able to get another puddle off him since I hit him again. This thing has a 0.7 second cooldown for each puddle, so if you just unload on 2 different enemies real fast and you don't wait for that 0.7 cooldown, then it's not going to spawn both of them until that cooldown is complete. Okay, so some strategies to use with this would be you shoot one shot, slow them, then switch to another weapon such as the Tommy gun or a high DPS weapon, meaning a fast fire rate weapon, to take them out easily, because when they're slowed, it's going to be easy to aim at them and it's going to be easy to get kills. Of course, you could just keep on shooting with the honeybee gun, but in some cases it would be pretty ineffective to do that because, one, what if you're right next to them? Like, if I hit someone and there's a puddle right here and I'm really close to them, that means I'm going to get affected by the puddle as well. So that would give me a disadvantage, or it would be equal between us, and there would be a higher chance of me getting finished off. But if you stay farther away from your opponents, then they couldn't really do anything and they would just be stuck in that honey puddle and you would be perfectly fine. So like this, I would recommend just staying away from the honey puddles if you're too close, because obviously you can get damaged like this. Otherwise, if there's someone near your teammate, it would be kind of bad to hit that opponent that's near your teammate, because then your teammate would get slowed and damaged as well, which would be pretty ineffective if you're trying to, let's say, capture the flag or something like that. Again, slow your opponents with this, then switch to a high DPS weapon. That's strategy number 1. Number 2 is just stay away from the puddles entirely. That means if you get close up like this or get blocked by one of your own puddles, just stay away from it. Maybe dig around it, find another pathway, or just use a med pack. And against this, if someone is using this against you, just maybe use the trowel, which is this thingy right here. Just build a wall, like you can crouch down like this so no one can hit you, and just heal up, try to avoid the shots of this thing, and then take the person with the honeybee gun out. And another good strategy would be give your opponent a taste of their own medicine. Like, try to use something like the web gun, which can literally disarm people and allow them to not attack, because that would be pretty annoying for your opponent, because they would know what it feels like when someone annoys them. So use something to just counter this. Use a trowel or a block to hide behind, and yeah, just jump around. Make it hard for the person to hit you. Overall, this is a really, really good weapon. I recommend buying it first. I think it would be better than the Sakura shotgun, which was actually another weapon that came out in the part 1 of this update. But I think the only weapon that would be better than this is the Tommy gun. So yeah, this is really, really good. Of course, if there's a lot of people clumped around and you just hit one of them, then there's going to be a puddle there. And if you hit multiple of them, then there's going to be multiple puddles, meaning infinite damage, essentially, until they are dead. And even if you die, those puddles will stay there for, again, 8 seconds, and that will allow you to get even more damage. And furthermore, if you just want to like block someone off, like if they have your flag, you could just block off a whole entire hallway and block the pathway for them to walk across for a few seconds, which would allow you to guard your flag or prevent them from going certain places. Just like have control of the map. When you have this weapon, you are literally in control. But thank you guys so much for watching, and I will try my best to get the other weapons, the XO pulse rifle and that other melee weapon. So yeah, stay tuned for that, and I will see you in the next video.